Hey friends, are you guys having a good time with this 12 days of Christmas cookies and goodies? I am having the best time coming up with all this fun stuff. And so I was actually at Walmart. I feel like I'm there a lot. And I saw, how in the middle section they have all of their goodies and treats in there. And so I saw the Funfetti cake mix and I said, I'm just gonna grab that. And then I have left over from the charcuterie board, I've got those Little Debbie Christmas trees. And I said, I think I'm gonna put a little cake together and I'm gonna call it the Funfetti Little Debbie Christmas Tree Cake. It's kind of a mouthful, but we're gonna put it together. It's gonna be so simple and easy, and I'm gonna bring you guys along, so come on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make the cake according to the directions on the back of the box. And so all you need to do is just put in your cake mix. It already has the sprinkles already in it. You're going to add 1 cup of water, 1/2 of a cup of oil, and 3 eggs. And you're just gonna mix this up really well. Next, we're just gonna pour our batter into our pan, a 9 by 13 pan, and I have greased that pan. And then I have preheated the oven to 350. And we're gonna bake it for probably about 20 to 25 minutes. So I read the directions on the box and it's about 30 to 35 minutes. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven. And I'll be back. So I got to looking around my kitchen and I realized that I have a cherry jello. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make this even more fancier. This little Christmas tree cake, I thought I'm gonna make it a poke cake. So if you've never made a poke cake, they're so easy. So I'm gonna show you what to do. Come on. All right, so the cake has baked and it was in for about 30 minutes. And then what you wanna do if you're gonna wanna make it a poke cake is you're gonna take a box of gelatin, and I'm just gonna dump this in a bowl right over here in this little bowl. Oop, I got a little something in there. So you have your Jello ready, and then what you do is I am going to take, and I'm really just gonna put this in the microwave, and I am going to stick it in the microwave until it comes to a boil, and then I'm going to put it in this bowl. Basically, you're making Jello. All right, so now I'm just gonna take the end of my little spatula and I'm just gonna poke a bunch of holes in this warm cake. And I've heard that the trick, well, not really I've heard, but the trick is you want to put as many holes as close together as possible. And I've got my water in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and then hopefully it's coming to a boil. And if it's not quite doing that, whoo, then I'll stick it back in. All right, lots of holes, friends. Okay, now let me check that water. You know what, let me finish this. Okay, lots of holes, perfect. Okay, it did come to a boil, and so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add this, and I'm gonna stir this until it is dissolved. So the gelatin is dissolved in there. And now I'm just going to add 1 cup of cold water. Stir this around a little bit. And then I'm going to put this on this cake. And you just pour it over. And you try to fill in all the holes. So I'm going to try to do this so that you can see. And then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it just chill. You just want to get it all in there. And then honestly, when you cut into the cake, it is so pretty. And I'll be back. The cake has cooled and it looks so good. Ooh, it's gonna be so moist. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some whipped topping to the top. And I'm gonna spread this over the top of it. I think I'm gonna need more. A little bit more to that. So if you need a really quick dessert, you know, that's not really complicated, you know, this is a go-to because you're just using a cake mix. Just mix together that Jell-O, stick it in the refrigerator for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. You can even stick it in the freezer to speed up the process. Okay. And then to this, just in keeping with the color of the Christmas trees, what I'm going to do is I just have some of the sanding sugar. I've got this green. You can find that at Walmart, and red. And I'm not going to sprinkle too much, but I'm just going to sprinkle it lightly a little bit on the top. And then I'm going to put a little bit of green. Oh, that came out quick. I might be putting a little more green than what I thought. Okay. And then all you do is you're just going to take these cakes, and I'm just going to put one right here and one right here. Just like that. Don't you just love this? It's so festive. I just love it so much. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks so much for joining me today on the 12 days of Christmas cookies and treats and cakes. And as always, I want to remind you to be stronger every day and know that you can do hard things. And I'll see you tomorrow.